How to help my child with anxiety. Hi everyone and welcome. In today's video I would like to share with you some ideas on how you can help a child with anxiety. First of all, let's see what anxiety it is. Anxiety, it is a normal reaction to a challenging, unfamiliar or stressful situation. Anxiety, it is the thought that you can't cope with the situation or that something bad might happen. Anxiety is experienced as a combination of physical sensations and negative thoughts and feelings. Anxiety in children isn't always a bad thing. Feeling anxious can help our children to stay safe, can help our children in situations to motivate them to do their best. Situations like when they have an exam or when they have to give a presentation in front of the class. Anxiety, it is just an alarm that is sending us some important messages. This is the way we should think about anxiety, not as something bad. Anxiety is trying to help us. Anxiety sends us signals that we need to listen so that we can grow, we can educate ourselves and live a more free life. We all experience anxiety. Anxiety, it is normal. But some people, some children experience anxiety more intensely. Why? Well, there are some things that can make some children feel more anxious. And some of the things are when a child is experiencing lots of changes in his life, especially in a short space of time, such as moving house, school, parents' divorce. When they have too many responsibility. A child can experience more anxiety than another child when he has too many responsibility on his shoulder. When being around someone who is very anxious, such as parent. When struggling academically, struggling at school. Well, when feeling overwhelmed by exams, by activities or peer pressure groups. When something traumatic happens to him, when experiences traumatic situations, events in which do not feel safe, such as being bullied. The most fundamental way for you to helping your child is to listen. Listening, it is the most important thing we can do when it comes to helping our children with anxiety. Our role is to help them, be there. Our role is not to talk about how they should think or how they should feel or what they should do. When we tell them what to do, how to feel, we disempower them. So, when the child feels anxious, you need to be there. You need to be there and listen. The second thing that it will help is to avoid comments like, "Don't be afraid. There is nothing to worry about. You will be fine." Of course, we parents tell them this statement, these words with the intention to help them. But when we say these things to them, their anxiety might increase because they will start to think and feel guilty for their feelings, for their worry thoughts. Being there for them, listening, it will help them feel more calm because they are taking out the negative thoughts, the worries from their minds, and they feel safer. The third thing we can do is to ask questions to ensure that they know we are listening and that we care. So let the child know that you are there, that he is not alone, and you want to support him with what he needs. To help someone with anxiety, first, as I said, you need to listen. Let the child talk about his feelings and then ask questions. Some examples of questions you can ask the child in order to help him release the feelings of anxiety are, what are you worried or afraid about? So first of all, we need to find out the scary thought. Then, how does this thought make you feel? What makes you think that what you are worried or afraid about will happen exactly the same way you think? Did you had this worry thought before? Or were you afraid about this happening before? How many times did it really happen? And if it did happen, then ask the child what you did. How did you solve it? How did you manage it? How many times didn't happen? If your best friend will have the same thoughts, fears, what would you say to make him, her feel more calmer? Or what would your friend say to you if he, she would know what you are thinking, what you are worrying? What is the worst that could happen? And if it happens, what can you do? What can you do in this case? And then help the child to come up with more solutions. With more solutions to his worries, to his fears. Listening without criticizing, without shaming, enables the child to feel secure, but also feel more relaxed. Always acknowledge your child's fear. Don't dismiss or ignore it. It is so important for your child to feel that you take him seriously and that you believe he can overcome his fears. Your child also needs to know that you will be there to support him. Doing these things, it will help your child reduce anxiety. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video.